Hi, this is Jeremy Moskowitz, Microsoft MVP and founder of PolicyPak software. And in this video, we're going to take the Windows Virtual Desktop icons and put them into a very nice place in the start screen. Now, they are here in the start screen already, hanging out under F for me for Fabricam. You can see all the icons are here. But what I know that people want to do is to actually get the right icons on the correct side, on the right side, at the right time. And that's what the PolicyPak Start Screen and Taskbar Manager does. So not only can we put icons here on the right side, we can also put icons on the taskbar ready to use. Well, how do we do that? We're going to do this in the PolicyPak node in the Start Screen and Taskbar, the Start Screen Manager first. We're going to add what's called a new collection. The next thing I want to do here is to create the actual group name. So I'm going to create a new group called, say, WVD apps or something. WVD apps. There we go. You can have multiple groups if that's what you want to show on the start screen. And then I'm going to add my first application. Now, so the next thing we want to do is get the give it a name. So I'll call this WVD Firefox. You can give it any name you want. And we're off to the races. That's all there is to it. I'll do another desktop application tile. The one that I want this time is Chrome. We can, like I said, give this a name. We can call this WVD Chrome. And we'll go ahead and click Medium as well. Why don't I do one more? And the thing I want to do is a full desktop here. So we'll go ahead and click on New Desktop Application Tile. We'll call this Full WVD Desktop. And we'll make this a small icon, do something a little different. Now let's go ahead and run GP Update on this machine. And now let's log back on. So now that we're logged on, we can see that the Firefox icon is here on the taskbar. And we can also see it just the way we expected. We've created our group called WVD Apps, and we can see that we've got Firefox and Chrome and our itty bitty full WVD desktop. If I go ahead and click on WVD for Firefox, you can see it's connecting to the remote session. Just like that. That's exactly what we expect. If we're to click on the full WVD desktop experience, so all said and done, getting the icons on the start menu for your real machines or even inside your Windows virtual desktops is super easy to do. In previous videos, you saw when I was using Windows virtual desktops, when I fired up my Firefox or I fired up, say, my Chrome, which I'll do at the same time here, you saw that you got an annoying pop-up. What's that annoying pop-up? Well, it asks, can I be the default browser? And you can see when Firefox launches, it's going to ask the same thing. Can I be the default browser? And this gets pretty annoying for your users because your browsers are kind of dumb objects and they need to be trained on what to do. And we're going to do that first and foremost with PolicyPak Browser Router. But then the second thing we're going to want to do is say, hey, if I'm in the wrong browser, I want to get routed over to the right browser. Like you might know that certain websites only look perfect in the right browser. Or for compatibility reasons, you need to use Edge or Internet Explorer, or like maybe your G Suite only looks best in Google Chrome, that kind of thing. And if you need to get to the right website, from the right browser to the right website, PolicyPak Browser Router is the tool for you. And the first thing we want to do is add a new default browser policy. And this is where you get to dictate which thing will be the default browser. So if you wanted to make Edge your default browser, that's totally fine. You can do that. We'll just go ahead and click on Edge and click OK. Then the next thing I want to do here is I'm going to add a couple of routes. So the routes are going to be, let's say, anything Microsoft to Edge. Okay, well, how do we know it's anything Microsoft? Well, that's going to be a wildcard, star Microsoft star, and that's going to be Edge. So we don't care what browser we're coming from, we just care what browser we're going to. So we're going to start off in any browser and head on over to Edgeland. And actually, one of my other favorite things is you can add a blocking policy. So if I want to say no Facebook, okay, I can do wildcard star Facebook star, and then block Facebook and say no Facebook for you. Okay, there we go. All right, and we're off to the races. So let's go over to our laptop. I'm going to fire up both Firefox and Chrome at the same time. And remember, 10 seconds ago, we saw that those two browsers were asking, can I be the default browser? And because you're setting that information with PolicyPak Browser Router, that question is now over and should not come up. Here comes Chrome, and yep, sure enough, no questions from Chrome, which is nice. And we'll just give Firefox another second or two. There we go. Kick in, and should be no questions from that browser as well. And yep, there we go. All right, so now let's do what I like to call a couple of base hits. So if we are in this browser, in fact, I'll go ahead and close Chrome out just so you can see the full demonstration. So you're in Firefox land, and you know that your website, say google.com, only looks best in Chrome. Watch what we're going to do. We're going to close the wrong browser tab and open up the right browser tab. And look what's happening is that you can see here is that it's absolutely coming from Windows Virtual Desktop, okay? And that's where you want it to be. So if you are in Chrome and you want to go over to, say, Edge, let's say we go to Microsoft.com. Okay, so you're in Chrome. We're going to close the wrong browser, okay, and open up the right browser just like that. So we're routing over to the right browser, to the right website at the right time. So here we are, we're browsing for Facebook, and as you can see, you can do a search for that. But when you try to click on Facebook, aha, that's where Browser Router kicks in and says no Facebook for you. Doesn't matter what browser we're in, we're going to smack that down. So again, hope this video helps you out. Looking forward to getting you started with PolicyPak and Windows Virtual Desktop and Browser Router real soon. Thank you very much.